Here it is, everyone, our first day on our adventure. I want to say we got some footage of actually taking it out of the yard to leave Colorado, but with how hectic it was, we may have completely missed it. Being on the road was nerve-wracking and an extreme relief that we made it. We're actually doing it. We're actually moving. We're actually going. The hardest part of our journey was the first part of the trip. We had to do over 1,000 miles in 2 days to get to Illinois, where we visited with family. And you can probably see looking at us that we were feeling the effects of the rush to get ready and get out of the door and the long drive. I can show you more of the drive, but I can sum it up for you pretty easy. Cornfields. A lot of cornfields. A little bit of grazing, a little bit of soybeans. A lot of cornfields. We arrived in Illinois on Hallows Eve, and although we planned to trick-or-treat in our hometown, we just got in too late. We were staying in a little town called Sandwich, Illinois, which ended up being a great place to go trick-or-treating. It's tough to find places that are still open the beginning of November this far north. And even though we were sort of forced into this as our only option, we cannot recommend this campsite enough and will absolutely be returning if we ever need to take our tiny home back to Illinois. It's mostly there to serve the fairgrounds, but the campgrounds are impeccable and the staff is awesome. And you can almost walk downtown. It's about a 2-minute drive. One nice thing about coming late is you certainly miss the crowds. We had a lot of fun visiting, and we got some time to try to start figuring out all living together in the tiny house.
I just don't feel it. I usually feel it like blasting at me while I'm standing right there.
We made it 4 seasons, but we didn't plan on having to go into the cold right away. Luckily, it did really well for us. And the boys found their spot to play while I found mine. And while I was there, I was able to fix a few issues and get my workstation up and running. But time flies, and after lots of fun visiting, it was time to get on the road again. Goodbye, Sandwich, Illinois. We love you. And with that, we were back on the road again, heading up to Wisconsin. It was going north in the middle of November. Well, we had more important people we wanted to see, so that was another fun adventure. But when we got there, Wisconsin was Wisconsin, and we got a whole lot of it. After continuous rain while we were out in Sandwich, Tiny House got tested even further with a whole bunch of snow, and it performed marvelously. It was a very quick visit here. We enjoyed the town. Found an indoor playground so we could get a little bit of energy out for the boys, and then we packed up for our next big drive. Hunter was very keen and attuned to the process and really wanted to get in on it and help. He did some great work on the freshwater supply hose. In Wisconsin, we again stayed at the RV campground associated with the fairgrounds. This was very adequate. Unlike the campgrounds in Sandwich, which was very rural, this was in the heart of a major metropolis. So this one was a concrete jungle, which certainly isn't quite as enjoyable, but it served its purpose very well. Luckily, our freshwater tanks still had a little bit of water in them from sandwich, and we were able to use that up while we were here. And with our launch from Wisconsin, it was a long drive, but our next stop was officially our first national park. That is where I'm going to leave you for today, but I will be back soon with our adventures in Cuyahoga National Park, the Brandywine Falls, and the Ledges Hiking Trail. Thanks for watching, guys. We will see you next time. Goodbye from the Sears.